Hey YouTube, Jesse here with the Wandering Manus channel, and I'm here to give you a rundown of Barbie, a cultural icon, which is a traveling museum in Las Vegas, Nevada. Gonna give you a little Barbie history and show you what's up with that museum. If it comes to your town, be sure to check it out. Stand by for the video.
Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City. You know, I really love Vegas. It's one of my favorite places to go, but I don't really like Vegas because of the gambling or the drinking or anything like that. What I love Vegas for is the variety. This trip was no different, with two pretty unique opportunities for me. The first was the Van Gogh Interactive Museum, which I have a video for linked in the description below, and the Barbie Cultural Icon Museum, which started in October of 2021, and at least in Vegas, is there until April of 2022, hopefully going on tour after that. Barbie is located mid-strip at the Crystals Mall, right in front of the Aria Hotel and Casino. Tickets for the museum were about $35 a person, but if you're a girl between the age of 5 and 65, I'm pretty sure you've played with a Barbie. It's probably a museum for you to see. This museum is a brainchild of Illusion Projects and Mattel, and has been very well received by everyone that I've talked to that had visited the exhibit. This particular show honors over 60 years of Barbie fashion and inspiration, showcasing how she's more than just a doll. She is truly a cultural icon. The exhibition has over 250 dolls and over 400 artifacts, including life-size fashion pieces, brightly colored large replicas of the Barbie Dreamhouse TVs, and of course, an actual Barbie Corvette. Holy moly. Barbie was the brainchild of Ruth Handler, who was the co-founder with her husband Elliot of the toy company Mattel. As you can see here, they had Barbie number 1 at the first part of the tour, which I was told by staff is worth more than $70,000. Ruth was inspired to make Barbie by watching their daughter play with make-believe paper dolls of adult women. She realized there was an unfilled market for a toy that allowed girls to imagine their future, not just their present, or to play with just baby dolls. Barbie, whose full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts, was the first mass-produced toy doll in the U.S. who had adult features. Barbie's appearance had been modeled after a doll named Bild Lilly, which had been inspired by a comic strip from Germany. This was originally marketed as a racy gag gift for men that way they could buy tobacco in shops, but that Lilly doll became extremely popular with children. Mattel bought the rights to that particular doll, and then, of course, Handler created her own version. One of the things I love about Barbie is that how she's changed over the years. You know, you look at that first Barbie from the 1950s, and you look at these Barbies here from the 60s and 70s, and her fashion just changed throughout the time, her appearance, her jobs, everything just evolved with the way women evolved in time. I really love the way that she really reflects that. Of course, you all know Barbie's on and off boyfriend, Ken. Did you know he had a last name, though? Ken Carson. As you can imagine, in 1959, Barbie had a kind of a reputation of maybe being a sex symbol, being too racy. So in 1963, Mattel gave her a best friend, Midge Hadley, and a year later they gave her a little sister, Skipper Roberts. Another thing I think is great about the cultural icon Barbie is how racially diverse the line is. In 1968, Barbie had an unofficial African-American friend named Christy, but in 1980 they created both an official African-American doll and a Latina Barbie. That same year, they started to release international Barbies, and now there is more than 40 different varieties of different races and cultures. An interesting side fact, the first Barbie doll sold for $3, and in the first year, which is 1959, they sold over 300,000 Barbie dolls. You know, another fun fact, Barbie actually went to the moon in 1965. That's 4 years before Neil Armstrong actually did. You go, girl. Okay, I gotta take a minute to stop from the Barbie history and talk about this Barbie Ultravet Corvette. This is the 1984 Barbie convertible. This is absolutely the perfect photo op. Quite a bit of retro interior, retro exterior. Really cool to be around. My wife enjoyed it very thoroughly. Definitely a highlight of the actual tour. Since 1959, Barbie has had over 200 careers. Obviously, she was an astronaut, she's been a doctor, she's been a scientist, she's been a rock star, computer engineer, flight attendant, pilot, doctor. Barbie has done it all. She's the Homer Simpson of dolls. Did you know in 1992, Barbie even ran for president, and has so at least 7 times since. In 2020, she even launched a campaign team. How cool is that? Barbie, of course, unmatched in fashion, being the most diverse doll line with 35 plus skin tones, 94 plus hairstyles, 9 different body types, and literally thousands upon thousands of fashion possibilities. So I didn't know this, but apparently there was a rash of high-profile celebrity breakups in 2004, and Barbie and Ken decided that they also made their own news. They were better off as friends. They didn't split up that long, because after 7 years, Barbie and Ken reunited. Aww. There are even dolls in the line to represent other girls, for example, this disabled Barbie right here. And in 2012, they introduced Ella, who is the chemo Barbie. She, of course, was undergoing chemo treatment for cancer. They originally distributed it directly in a limited number to hospitals. However, in 2014, Mattel agreed to start producing more Ella Barbies for the amount of girls that responded well to that. You know, the Barbie line has been accused of a lot of things. There's been quite a bit of controversy, everything from body shaming to not enough diversity. But you know, over the years, since Barbie came out in 1959, I feel like the line has responded quite well to these cultural changes. And I do agree with the museum in that she is a cultural icon. The entire line has evolved and changed throughout time to now reflect what she does now, where it represents all women and men of all different shapes, sizes, colors, races, creeds. Barbie is much more than a toy for many, many kids, and she's an icon that will continue to live on.
Hey, I hope you really enjoyed this video about Las Vegas travel. If you did, be sure to hit like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments or feedback, be sure to leave them below. I'd love to hear from you. This is Jesse with the Wandering Mantis, and until next time, signing off.